Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Saturday. We have 12 races, a couple of stakes. It's going to be a great day. Let's go to my buddy, and it's not Pete Aiello. It's Jason Blewett handling the duties on the replay show.
And here we go, partly cloudy skies on this Saturday, 12 races. Let's get down to it. Off the turf for races 1, 2, and 6. Main listed is good as we have the dirt opener, a 3-year-old maiden special weight with Pete Aiello standing by.
Racing at Gulfstream. Step slow to begin was King of Rock. Quick to begin was By Chance, who fires to a clear advantage. Union Colonel comes away in second, and Ike is Great is at the rail in third. Dream Doro away in early fourth, followed fifth inside by Legendary Prince, and last of the six is King of Rock. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn at 50-1. By Chance off the lead now by 3. Ike is Great has the rail secure, and he's up into second. From the outside, Union Colonel is back to third, then Dream Doro and King of Rock, Legendary Prince at the back. To the top of the stretch they go. By Chance, the leader, will have to deal with Ike is Great. The Tampa Invader is on the move now, and Ike is Great is up to challenge By Chance after a 22-2 opening quarter. Ike is Great now moves to a clear lead. Trying to get to him is Union Colonel and the rest of the field, but nobody's going to get to Ike is Great. Ike is gone. Ike is Great by 5 by 6 and still moving away. Jose Ortiz for Kelsey Denner. It's Ike is Great, long gone. Second, Union Colonel. Third, Dream Doro. King of Rock finished fourth.
Well, the one Ike is Great ran big and obviously made quick work of this field. Munnings as a stallion has really come on. He's been pretty hot of late, and Kelsey Danner shipped this one south from Tampa Bay. Jose Ortiz, your winning rider in the first race. On the main for the second, we'll go a mile, compact field of 5, and these are 3-year-old fillies in this starter optional claimer.
And they're off. Good start inside for Napa Rules, and on the stretch out, she has the best first gear from Yolanda's Pride, who moves to take second. Moving up now between horses is Yolanda's Pride to challenge for the top as they make their way to the opening quarter station. With the advantage, it's Napa Rules by a neck. Yolanda's Pride on the outside is second. Hartling is back to third. Beast of Wildwood is an early fourth. And the trailer is the race favorite. Just a bit sassy. She clicks down to the second choice, but she's last of the 5 as they complete the quarter in 24-2. Napa Rules in front half a length. Pace pressure from Yolanda's Pride second at the 5/8. 3 wide third is Hartling. Beast of Wildwood is racing fourth toward the inside, and at the rail, that's Just a Bit Sassy, starting to get closer from behind. Now she has to tap on the brakes as Mirage tightened it up on Paco as they move to the far turn. 47-3 for a half mile. Yolanda's Pride bids up on the outside of Napa Rules for the top. No excuses for Hartling. She's 3 wide, but she's in the clear. Only a half length off the embattled duo. 3 back to a driven Beast of Wildwood, and after a brief bid, Just a Bit Sassy is last. They run to the top of the stretch, and Gaffleon chirps along Hartling. He gets a response, and she strides forward to take a clear lead. Napa Rules is second. Yolanda's Pride is third. Just a Bit Sassy is fourth. Beast of Wildwood destined for a last-place finish, and Hartling looks well on her way. 1/8 of a mile from home. Hartling now opens a 6-length lead now. Gaffleon asked her to finish what she started, and she says, Tyler, I'm way ahead of you. She's way ahead of everybody. She's Hartling on the barn change for Mike Pino and Tyler Gaffleon to win by many. About 5 in the end. Just a Bit Sassy was second. Napa Rules was third. Yolanda's Pride finished fourth.
The 9 Hartling is just in great form right now. Third straight victory out of this filly by Mucho Macho Man, who hits hard on dirt. She hits hard on turf, and she's versatile and just solid. Off the claim today for Michael Pino, Tyler Gaffleon in the irons. Early double complete. We've got some turf coming up and some good 3-year-old undercard races, so stay with us.
No medication, no problem. Run happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
Hey everybody, we're back on Thoroughbred action. Race number 3 this Saturday is a 7-furlong 3-year-old maiden special weight, and up the Pete we go.
And they're off. Weekend Dreamer away quickly from the outside, moving up between. It's a Tone showing some speed. The big favorite, Liam's Point, is between horses in a joint third, taking a while to find his feet. Out wide on the course and centered from the inside, and Apache Sir Khan is with him. Back from there, it's Ellis Island third last. Second last is Mud Pie, and Malibu Edge is the trailer. Down the backstretch they go. With the advantage, it's Weekend Dreamer in front by an Ecatone. Moves now to challenge from second. Liam's Point is third. 3 wide and only 2.5 behind. In between runners is Sir Khan. Apache is next toward the rail. 2 back to Mud Pie together with Ellis Island and centered. And still at the back is Malibu Edge. 22-1 for the opening quarter. Around the far turn they go. A Tone has the lead. Liam's Point moves to him while second. 3 back to third, running Weekend Dreamer. Passed by Sir Khan, then Apache. Mud Pie begins to run home a touch with 5/16 to go. Without much effort, Liam's Point ran right by a Tone. Sir Khan at 30-1 is trying to tack on for a slice. Mud Pie is wide and trying to move up with a 1/4 mile left to go. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Liam's Point idles a bit up front. He's in front by 2 with an 1/8 of a mile to go. He has Mud Pie to worry about on the outside. Final 1/8 of a mile. Liam's Point is still there. Mud Pie takes a late run at him down the center. Liam's Point needs a 16th more. Mud Pie's going to make him earn it. Liam's Point, Mud Pie. Liam's Point is in front. Liam's Point, I don't think he ever really got into high gear there. He was idling the entire stretch run. He outran Mud Pie in 1:24-1.
Well, maybe the worst kept secret the last few days was the unveiling of the number 4, Liam's Point, who was hyped up and obviously ran to the hype. He was pretty green, and obviously there's a lot of room to mature with this colt by Liam's Map, but he was good today as a big favorite for Todd Pletcher and Rod Ortiz Jr. Let's move on to the 4th race. Opening turf affair on the card. We've got a 3-year-old maiden special weight going a mile. Solid field here and a couple of horses vying for favoritism in the 8 Time for Trouble and the 10 Voodoo Zip.
And they're off. Slow start was My Boy Blue. Good start for Uncle Fester, who's headed off for the early lead. Here's Sensazione now moving to take him on. Up on the outside in Voodoo Zip, driving through at the rail and Beachwalker. Into the top flight goes Vintage Print. He's now into 4th. Uncle Fester, after the sharp getaway, settles in 5th with Mechacorda down at the inside 6th. Followed 7th by Time for Trouble. Down inside goes Mechacorda. Then at the 2 at the back, My Boy Blue and Reliability. Around the first turn they go. Long shot Sensazione has the lead by half a length. Voodoo Zip up on the outside is now second. Vintage Print is together with Beachwalker 3rd and 4th. Opening quarter has to be fast over this good going as it was 23 seconds flat. These top 4 have 3 on Uncle Fester, who races from 5th. At the inside, and Mechacorda moves up 6th. 7th out wide, and My Boy Blue. Reliability is 8th, and now last is Time for Trouble. They go half a mile from home, and Sensazione, paving a quick path up front, leads Voodoo Zip by half a length through a 47 3/2 mile. Vintage Print is in the 2 path. Beachwalker is at the rail. 2 back to Mechacorda, who's now 5th and trying to run home. Reliability, the gray, slides through inside of My Boy Blue. Uncle Fester's dropped anchor, and Time for Trouble is last, and Voodoo Zip is now first. Voodoo Zip to the top of the stretch, leads by a length and a half. Second is Vintage Print. 3rd inside Beachwalker, working hard but still very much in range. 2.5 to Mechacorda, who's made it up to 4th, and they're at the top of the stretch. Voodoo Zip comes off the turn with the lead. Vintage Print let go for a run on the outside, and here he comes. Voodoo Zip almost home. Vintage Print on the outside. It's Voodoo Zip or Vintage Print. It's Vintage Print getting to the front, and Castellano and Vintage Print go on to win. Voodoo Zip was second. Beachwalker was third. Then Mechacorda and Reliability.
Very nice turf debut from the well-bred and very pricey $1.8 million colt by Curlin, the number 9 Vintage Print, who was running for the 3rd time in his career this afternoon for OXO Equine champion trainer Chad Brown and Hall of Famer Javier Castellano. We're back on the main for race number 5, a starter optional claimer. These are older horses and a salty field, some old pros ready to go the 8 furlongs as we send it back to Pete.
And they're off. Good start inside for Charlie the Greek alongside Vincero for the early lead. Blue Buff put into play. Candy Crush'em's on the far outside, and Alustra joins the line. Pace is a controlled one in the early stages. We're hunting for a leader. Alustra goes at it with Candy Crush'em, and down at the inside is Vincero. On from fourth and St. Larned, back to fifth, Blue Buff. Charlie the Greek in the lime colors down at the inside. Second last is Tufa, and the trailer is Yes, I See. They complete that quarter in 24 seconds flat as they head 5 furlongs from home. Paco Lopez with the patented loose rein on Vincero, who has the lead by a neck. Candy Crush'em on the outside is second. St. Larned is third. Alustra fourth and chirped along to keep his spot. On the outside, and Blue Buff is together with Charlie the Greek, about 5 lengths off the leaders now. 3 back to the outside, and Tufa, and the trailer is Yes, I See. Inside half a mile from home through the opening half mile of 46 and 3. So Vincero rolled in that second quarter, and he has the lead. 4 wide, Blue Buff starts to show some major interest under Christian Torres. Meanwhile, Alustra tries to hunt Racing Room toward the rail. Front back from there, and Charlie the Greek about 6 lengths off the lead, and the leader is Vincero. Vincero to the top of the stretch, the target. Blue Buff traveling very well on the outside, and Blue Buff is up to take the lead. Alustra's going to have to come to his outside, down the center, and Charlie the Greek, 3/16 to go. Blue Buff confidently handled and looking to finish the job here. He's now 4 on top. Blue Buff by many. Alustra up into second. Here's a late run from Yes, I See with Barn Buddy Charlie the Greek, but Blue Buff is a very impressive 5-length winner. Alustra second, Yes, I See third, then Charlie the Greek and Vincero.
Amazing how the 4 Blue Buff has come back on. I remember 3 winters ago when he was with trainer Joe Orsino, and this horse was tipped out and hyped up, won his career debut, and then was off for a long time after that. He has come back despite running and claiming races of late. He's been good, and this might have been his best race so far for trainer John Service, DJ Stable, and jockey Christian Torres. Let's move on to race number 6. We're off the turf here. First finish line as we go a mile and a 16th on the main track. And this one is a claiming race for older horses that have never won 3.
And they're off. Level beginning. Down at the inside, Solar Warming gets the first call and fires to the top. Far outside call on a winner is going to be very wide. Belgrano's working over. He'll now land second. Down at the inside goes Blakey, then Krakenwagen, who's away in mid-flight and about 4 lengths off the lead. Length and a half to the race favorite, the Mighty Judge. He's third last. Second last is Dr. DJ, and the trailer is Blue Sky Kitten. Around the first turn they go. Solar Warming has the lead. He leads Belgrano by 3/4 of a length. Up on the inside, and Blakey is a joint third. Outside of him and Krakenwagen. Then it's a gap of another 2 to the outside, and the Mighty Judge. He's still about 5 lengths off the lead. 4 clear of Dr. DJ, and 3 more to Blue Sky Kitten. Down the backstretch they go. The advantage belongs to Solar Warming. He leads 3/4 of a length. Belgrano's second. Calling a winner on the outside is now third. But the inside, Blakey is fourth. Moving up to take fifth is the Mighty Judge. Back to sixth is Krakenwagen. 2 back to Dr. DJ, seventh, and still far back to Blue Sky Kitten. That's the 8 of them as they go past the half-mile grounds and take it to the far turn. Up front, Solar Warming still the target. Belgrano is still second. Calling a winner is still third. Trying to run home is the Mighty Judge. He's about 5 lengths off the lead with Dr. DJ getting started on his outside. The Mighty Judge will have to pick up his feet from there. He's not firing with less than 5/16 to run. Up front, Solar Warming now gets away to lead by 2. Belgrano flat to the boards and making no impression. Nobody's running home from the back, so it's all about Solar Warming and Victor LeBron off the top of the turn with a 4-length lead. Belgrano's going to try to hold on to second, calling a winner, and Dr. DJ on the stand side, but Solar Warming has bid this field a pleasant Saturday good afternoon. Solar Warming will go gate to wire and win by as much as he wants. He's about 10 in front. Dr. DJ rallies to get second. Solar Warming in front. Dr. DJ second. Belgrano was third. Then calling a winner, Blakey.
I know there had been some talk about perhaps the inside or the rail not being all that great. Well, any evidence of that certainly went out the air in this race as Solar Warming basically hugged the fence, if not 2 pass over at the widest, and just drew away. One from here to GPW for Imaginary Stable, Elizabeth Dobles and Victor LeBron at a very big price in the 6th. And with the first 6 down, we'll set our sights on a $250,000 guaranteed jackpot rainbow after this. Hey everybody, welcome back. Race number 7 with nearly $300,000 in fresh money bet into the Rainbow Six. We'll get the sequence underway with a cast of 3-year-old maiden special weight runners on the turf going 1 mile.
And they're off. Level beginning. Soon after the start, Unconquered Lee went to take over the lead from Express Pharaoh, who comes away in second. At the rail, leading west with Alpha Dog in tight between. Not as in tight as Lasting Image was. He was off heels briefly. Now 3 wide in the clear. Back from there, it's Moro's team with Battalion along the rail. The 2 at the back is This I'll Defend and Pricing Exercise. Around the first turn they go. Unconquered Lee and Paco Lopez to the top. On top by a length and a half. Alpha Dog is second. Lasting Image is third. Leading west at the inside is now fourth. Back to Express Pharaoh in fifth. Sixth inside Battalion. Here's Pricing Exercise. The red and white colors 3 wide on the outside, drawn within 7 lengths of the lead. Then it's Moro's team and This I'll Defend. They make their way to the half-mile grounds. Pricing Exercise is not going to stop until he gets near the lead here. He's 4 wide on the outside. He's up into fourth as Unconquered Lee tries to stack and pack him mid-race. Unconquered Lee leads half a length over Alpha Dog and Lasting Image second and third. Pricing Exercise has no choice now. He's got to go 4 wide. He's in the clear, only a length off the lead. At the inside and leading west, followed by Express Pharaoh. Moro's team and Battalion are next, and the trailer is This I'll Defend. Around the far turn they race. Unconquered Lee held together by Paco, in front by a neck. Alpha Dog alongside second. 3 wide Lasting Image, 4 wide Pricing Exercise, 5 wide Express Pharaoh. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Unconquered Lee yet to be reeled in. Kicks past the 8th pole on top by 2. Express Pharaoh down the stand side trying to get Alpha Dog for second. But look at this run. Unconquered Lee, I think he likes the turf. He's a long gone 7th race winner. He won by 5 in the end. Paco never shook the reins. Second was Express Pharaoh. Third was Leading West in 1:35 and 3.
Big effort from the 7 Unconquered Lee, who also had the big-time turf pedigree to match by Lee out of a Good Journey Dam, who herself had won 4 turf races for over $100,000. Ben Perkins Jr., KG veteran trainer, Paco Lopez up. This might be a race, however, to take a look back. I think there were some wide trips and maybe some unlucky trips. Definitely a race to rewatch a few times here Saturday 7th. As we move on to the 8th race, we'll start the late pick 5. This is an awesome-looking 3-year-old allowance race on the dirt. 3 or 4 horses were getting bet, all of them with good chances. And back to Pete we go for the call of a nice one on the main.
And they're off. Good start at the inside for Ralston, who's sent on to take a narrow advantage over Bad Little Beast, who comes away in second. On the far outside, it's Violent City into the top flight with Wicked Temptations away in early fourth. On hold while fifth, Cost Basis with Silver Ratio moving up on the outside, and Americanas is last of the 7 as they head their way to the half-mile mark. With the advantage, it's Ralston and Jaramillo in front narrowly. Bad Little Beast is second. Violent City off the outside is now third. Cost Basis is secured toward the rail fourth. Silver Ratio far outside while fifth. Losing ground sixth is Wicked Temptation, and Americanas is at the back. That's the 7 of them as they swing to the far turn. It's Ralston has the lead by half a length. Looking for room is Cost Basis. He's going to try to sneak through inside, and Cost Basis might have the rail secure now. Indeed he does, and there he goes. Cost Basis to the top. Ralston and all in second. Violent City stuck 3 wide third. Silver Ratio has been 4 wide throughout. Americana slides through for Castellano. Inside and now into a contending spot through a 45 and 3 half mile. It's Cost Basis who comes away with the lead. He left the rail open for Americanas, who quickened through nicely. And now Americanas has hit the front. Violent City down the stand side with Silver Ratio. Less than an eighth to go. Violent City tries to get Americanas. Americanas down inside with the lead. Back to second is Violent City. It was a Hall of Fame ride from a Hall of Fame rider. Americanas in front. Second, Violent City. Third with Silver Ratio. Then Cost Basis in 1:23 and 2.
Well, the first 3 or 4 wagering choices, in fact the first 4, were beaten in this race as Americana slipped up the rail, giving Hall of Famer Javier Castellano his second win on the card. Here's a well-bred colt by Warfront for Portland Farms and trainer Mark Hennig. And this horse had kept some pretty good company up in New York last season. His best race so far today for sure. Americanas, a good price at 9-1. First of 2 stakes on the card, and the technical Saturday feature comes in race number 9. It is the 42nd running of the Grade 3 $100,000 World of Trouble Sprint. We're on the dirt here going 6.
And they're off in the World of Trouble sprint. And Lasting Legacy slammed on the brakes leaving there, and he got checked the last 4 lengths off the second last runner. His barn buddy Admiral Lynch was away in good shape, though, and he'll take up the running to lead Jackson by a length and a half. At the inside, an Epic Dreamer, while third, a gap of 3 to Golden Lion. Then Sweet on the Ladies, a bit closer than usual. Yorkton is on the outside, third last. Second last is Fast Pass, and Lasting Legacy is going to have to be an hour the best from there. Last of all, behind a reasonable quarter of just 22 and 2. Around the far turn they go. Admiral Lynch, the star on display at 3 furlongs from home. He leads a half a length over Jackson in second. Epic Dreamer is now third. It's a 6-length margin to Yorkton, together with Sweet on the Ladies. Lasting Legacy is just not going to fire his best shot today after a quarter of a mile to go. They move to the top of the stretch now with Admiral Lynch, and Irad Ortiz Jr. off the turn with the lead. The Florida bred Jackson takes a shot at him on the outside. Epic Dreamer into the clear for Castellano. He's got a shot with an eighth of a mile left. Jackson rallies to a narrow lead. Admiral Lynch is back to second. Epic Dreamer is third. Close to home. It's the long shot. It's Jackson in front. Jackson beat Admiral Lynch, then Epic Dreamer. Lasting Legacy, too little too late. He was fourth in 109 and 2.
Obviously a very bad break and a very unfortunate start for the 2 Lasting Legacy, and that poor break took him out of the field essentially. He closed to actually run a good race, but speed horses galore in this one as Jackson, a pretty big price and a hard-hitting, consistent Florida bred by Cantharos, would not be denied for Jose and Tracy Pinchin, your owner, trainer, and breeders, which is kind of cool. And Luis Saez picks up his 78th win of the winter here. Jackson, a big price over Admiral Lynch in the World of Trouble sprint. Let's move on to race number 10 as we hit double digits. This will wrap up the action on the turf course on this Saturday card. Big field, quality field as well in this high-level allowance optional claimer for older horses.
And they're up. Largent was away well enough. He's moving out to the outside gate, moving at the inside. Award winner is put into play. Rise the Guy won't be far away. And in tight between horses, Musta Atakim. He's now on heels and back to fourth. In the charge around the first turn, it's Award winner on top a length and a half. Largent is second. Rise the Guy is third. Musta Hakim is now fourth. Racing in fifth is Empire of War. Outside six goes Dragon Bay. Seventh at the inside is Timmy M. Eighth is Proliferate. Ninth is Big Agenda. 10th is Penalty. 11th is Uncle Mojo. And 12th and last is Bourbon War. 22 and 2 for a strong opening quarter speed. It's Award winner on top of half a length. Largent at even money is a bit closer while second. Rise the Guy parked at the rail third. Musa Takim is now racing in fourth. Then back to fifth goes Empire of War. Inside and moving up, Timmy M, all the way up into 3 lengths off the leader. Out wide on the course in Dragon Bay. Next at the inside and Proliferate, followed out wide by Big Agenda. Splitting horses is Penalty. Uncle Mojo's at the back with Bourbon War as they round the far turn. They went 46 and 1 for the opening half mile. Award winner in front by a neck. Largent up alongside now second. Musta Akim is now third and starting to gain ground. Rise the Guy still has horse but no place to prove it. Out wide on the course and putting it a run as Penalty with a quarter of a mile left to go. Off the turn with many chances here. On the outside, Largent toward the inside, Award winner. Down the center, Penalty lifts for Zayas. Rise the Guy tries to split horses. Eighth of a mile to go. Penalty on the outside. Largent toward the rail. It's Penalty and Largent. It's Largent and Penalty. Who will it be? It'll be Penalty getting up to win it. Penalty beat Largent. Third was Proliferate in 1:33 and 3.
Boy, I thought Largent might just roll through his allowance conditions, and he ran a good race and was very stubborn in game and defeat. The only problem was he was beaten by a 25-1 shot for Hall of Famer Bill Mott, who paid $61. Gritty effort off a lengthy layoff for the number 4 Penalty beneath Edgar Zayas. And good to see Edgar not only winning, but picking up some traction in the Bill Mott barn. Bill's ridden him quite often this winter, and Edgar makes the most of those opportunities. $61 on this Claiborne homebred by Blaine. We've got our late double coming up, including the 6th running of the Eddie Limit, so don't go anywhere. Down the stretch we go after this.
Fasig-Tipton is bringing the heat to Miami with a red-hot catalog of selected 2-year-olds in training. Star graduates include Grade 1 winners Audible, Bellafina, Dream Tree, Mia Mischief, More Spirit, and Nyquist. Plus, rising stars like Breeders' Cup champion 4-wheel drive, Nadal, and Independence Hall. Top juveniles by the nation's hottest sires. Selected sales, superior results. The Fasig-Tipton Gulfstream sale, April 1st in Hallandale Beach, Florida. Where will you be?
And they're off. Second in the two-path. Ground on her inside. Race. And a quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. It's last of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch.
Hey everybody, race number 11 is next. Main track double, sixth running of the Any Limit, a $75,000 stakes for 3-year-old fillies. And Bill Mott, who just pulled off the upset with penalty at $61, is back with the favorite here, the number 5, Frank's Rocket.
And they're off in the Any Limit Stakes. Good start out wide for Fujairah, who heads off for the early lead. Moving between horses, Frank's Rocket looking for some forward position. On the outside and still alive, Matt the Rail, Tail of Success. Gaffleon backs into a good spot, second last on Sound Machine, and the trailer is Yesterday once more. Frank's Rocket gets over to the rail and has the lead, but there's pace pressure from Long Shot Still Alive, who's right there second. Fujairah on the outside now third. Back to fourth and Tail of Success. Fifth is Sound Machine, and the trailer is Yesterday once more. 22 and 3 for a very reasonable opening quarter speed. It's the big favorite, Frank's Rocket, front and center. Sound Machine's going to have to go 4 wide if she's to make a bid after the leader. Fujairah splits horses and is now second. Tail of Success back to fourth. Still Alive dropping back. Emma Trailer Yesterday once more. To the top of the stretch now with a quarter of a mile left to go. Here's the matchup. Frank's Rocket with rail position and the lead. Sound Machine has 2 lengths to raise and 3/16 to raise it, but Frank's Rocket's got a kick. Johnny V chirps her along and she's responding to urging. She's opened a 5-length lead now. Sound Machine can do nothing about it. It's Frank's Rocket for Frank Fletcher and Bill Mott, authoritative winners of the Any Limit. They won by 5. Sound Machine was second. Fujairah was third, then Tail of Success and Still Alive.
Well, how about that? 2 straight wins for Bill Mott as he brings back the 5, Frank's Rocket. This is a very talented daughter of Into Mischief who ran in like the classic Big Apple 2-year-old races, 2-year-old stakes for fillies last summer. The Adirondack, the Spinaway, the Frisette. She had not started since October. No ring rust today beneath Hall of Famer Johnny V. Frank's Rocket doing bigger and better things out of a nice win in the Any Limit. And let's wrap things up. Race number 12. We do end on a high note here. Not a stakes, but a big field and one of those classic wintertime main track allowance fields. Bulky cast going postward in this 1-mile test as we bring down the curtain on Saturday's card.
And runners away. Banged around in between horses was Baby I'm Perfect. Good start out wide for Lemniscate, who heads off for the early lead. Baby I'm Perfect finds his feet between horses. Down at the inside and Weather Whiz with Alma Shriek is now also moving up as they link up with the main course. Baby I'm Perfect puts a neck on top. Alma Shriek is to the inside at the rail. Weather Whiz. Bluett's in that top cluster of rivals with Zoe's Delight on the outside. Then back to Admire, who's toward the rail. Lemniscate on the outside. And then it's a trio comprised of Tap the Mojo, Manicomio, and Dinar, the early trailer. Be Gone, Daddy, as they make their way to the final half mile. 23 seconds for the opening quarter. Alma Shriek in front by a length and a quarter. Lemniscate far outside is now second. Down at the inside, Weather Whiz is third. Baby I'm Perfect races from fourth. Now dropping back is Baby I'm Perfect as Tap the Mojo gets underway. Bluett will have to do better than that. On the outside and Dinar held up as Zoe's Delight as Be Gone Daddy gets started. Down at the inside and Admire and Manicomio drops out last through a 45-3 opening half mile. Around the far turn they race. Lemniscate for a pickup ride for Prado in front now over Alma Shriek, who's now second. Be Gone Daddy from the back is rallied into fourth. Weather Whiz getting ready to tip and roll for Castellano after 3 quarters. And 1:10-2. Lemniscate now onto a narrow lead, but Alma Shriek fighting back toward the inside under Luis Saez. Luis Saez calling on everything Alma Shriek has, and he's back for the lead. Lemniscate is back to second. These two well clear of the others. It's Alma Shriek in front. Alma Shriek on the board at 14-1. Won't prevail by a length in the end. Lemniscate second. Be Gone Daddy third. Then Weather Whiz and Admire.
And that wraps up Saturday's action. We're right back here on Sunday with an 11-race card. Our first race post is 12:35 p.m. We're going to end the week with a bang, so make sure you come out and join us. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.